There's a lot that's been going on in this country regarding this entire pandemic. Everything from the economy to people's lives, to businesses, to the medical field, etc. Me being in the medical field and also being a business owner, I do want to discuss everything that's been going on and how I've been navigating through this, and hopefully that you get some insight and utilize this insight for yourself and for your business. So make sure you stick around. What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. I greatly appreciate all the support. For everyone who's been watching and who's been supporting this channel, I do really appreciate you all. And if you have not yet, feel free to actually go check out the God Made podcast. It's on all streaming platforms. Also, feel free to go check out the Academy, Legion Assisted Living Academy. I will link it down below. Also, I just recently released Legion Assisted Living Advisors, where there's a mentorship program and also documentation package for anyone who's looking to potentially start the residential assisted living. And if you're not quite ready, feel free to sign up for the mentorship program, because I will be doing a weekly live stream that will be recorded and uploaded on the mentorship program. And so feel free to go check that out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and actually get started. Now, the stimulus package was officially put into order the last week of March, and we are obviously in April, and there's a lot of changes that's happened with the stimulus package, right? They first started out with the economic injury disaster loan, which I did actually apply for that because I really don't know how my residential assisted living is going to do with these upcoming months. There may be residents who end up, unfortunately, passing away, or something may happen and I may need to utilize that loan if I need to, right? So I was trying to think a few steps ahead, so I did go apply for that. Now, that happened on March 27th when I applied for it. The second it was put into order, I went on the SBA.gov website and actually applied for it. Literally the next day, March 28th, I was watching another video, because there's a lot of these videos out with the protection, the payroll protection program, and also the economic injury disaster loan, etc. Everything that is part of the stimulus package. There's a lot of CPAs making videos. There's a lot of other business owners that are making videos about this and how to apply for it. So I'm not going to really go into how to apply for it and all that. I'm just going to talk about what I've done and what my experience with it all has been. And so March 28th, I was watching another video, and then while I was watching the video, it was a completely different way of applying for it. The SBA had changed the way they streamlined the applications. So I went back in, and what do you know? I reapplied because I didn't know if the first time really was the way to do it, because they had changed it. So I went ahead and applied again, okay? And this was still for the economic injury disaster loan. And they had worded it differently the second time around, right? They said the advance up to $10,000, which was just a box that you checked and then you signed. And once I realized that, I was like, okay, well, what's going on? Why did they word it that way? Well, because not all small businesses will be able to actually get the full amount of $10,000. I come to find out a few days later that the SBA director actually changed it, and it's $1,000 per employee up to $10,000. So if you only have 2 employees, that means you're only going to get $2,000. So that changed things, right? And then they come out with the payroll protection program, which is done through your banking institution. So you have to go through an SBA lender at a banking institution, and whoever you bank with as a business, that's who you'd have to go through. If you have other lines of credit that are out there, you could go through them as well. Whoever you're utilizing in order to get any kind of loan or have any type of relationship as far as your banking, that's who you'll go with when it comes to getting applying for the payroll protection program. So when they finally released this other program, the payroll protection program, I was like, well, okay, well, let me try to apply for that as well, to just make sure I'm able to weather through this in case, right? Keep in mind, in case anything happens. So I bank with Chase, and I went on their website. I usually do it like every other day or every day, just depending on what's going on, just to look at my accounts and everything. And well, there's a notification on their front page, COVID-19, so on and so forth, payroll protection program. So I click on learn more. And Chase has not yet, at the time, they had not yet gotten all the information regarding this program and how to apply for it and what the SBA was requiring them to do. So they were just letting us know as businesses we can just kind of get in line and just stay up to date with everything that's going on. And so the second they finally got everything approved and were able to actually get this program up and going, they sent all the businesses an email. I received one. And so I went ahead and applied for the payroll protection program through Chase. I didn't go through the SBA.gov website. They don't have a way to apply for that program. Like I said, you have to go through a banking institution. So as I go on there and I try to apply, the website kept crashing, right? Because there's so many people out like trying to get this loan that is in a way forgivable as long as you utilize it for the expenses of the business and not for anything else. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of information you can find on this stuff. Just go to SBA.gov. Literally, I'll link it down below. And they literally have it plastered on their landing page when you get on there. So you can learn about all these different programs, right? And I just kind of want to talk about all this because the government is trying to help, right? And I completely believe in what they're trying to do in theory with these programs that they're utilizing, right? The payroll protection program, the economic injury disaster loan. It's a really good idea in theory. The issue is that there's a lot of businesses, a lot of small businesses who really do need this cash quick. And they know this. But the thing is, who knows how long it'll be before they can even receive this money in order to weather through this. I'm in a fortunate place where my business is not needing to utilize this money right now. It's not something that I'm going through currently, which I'm very grateful for, and I'm very blessed to be able to say that. But there's a lot of people who aren't in that position, and so there's a lot of this false hope that they're going to receive this money within 3 days. They said within 3 days, but I don't know of any small business owner yet who had applied for all of this that has gotten any kind of money to help cover their expenses. So my experience really through the application process really was kind of interesting because I was constantly having to go back in and make sure I stayed up to date with what was going on and the changes that was going on. And if business owners, small business owners aren't staying on top of this and aren't going back in to actually see what's changing and what they need to do in order to apply for this, they really end up kind of losing in the end. They really don't benefit at all from these programs, and there's only a limited amount of money that they're giving out. So if they are only giving out 10,000, let's say hypothetically everybody got $10,000, right? And there's over 30 million small businesses in America. Only about 1 million, according to what was given out in the stimulus package to help small businesses. Only about 1 million businesses would get it. But then again, I do respect the fact that they did end up implementing the $1,000 per employee for each business, because that not every business so they're able to actually give more businesses more money that actually really need it according to their needs and their payroll. So that was a good and smart move on the government's part. But again, I'm looking at it from a small business owner who actually is going through this. I am just just over 2 years into business for myself and just being a business owner. And this is really my first crisis that I'm going through as a business owner. And it's very interesting to see different people's reactions to all of this. And what I would like to say from observing and watching other business owners talk about this entire thing, and other more successful people than myself talk about all of this, a lot of them are they're staying calm, cool, collected. They're trying to do what they can and what they can control. They're keeping their heads high. If you are going through something and your business actually just is gone, it's completely gone, how I would say that in those periods of stress and uncertainty, definitely take a step back and look at what you're grateful for, because there are people who are in way worse positions as far as their lifestyle, right? As far as what they're able to do every single day. There's people who really fight to have any kind of food on their table, even when times are good, right? Those are people who really are very unfortunate and who aren't in the position that you are. And don't get me wrong, it does really hurt to have to work for something really hard and then for it to be completely gone within a month. But keep your head up. Do not just give up, and try to take advantage of these different programs that are out there. Try to apply for them. Try to stay on top of it. Try to get ahead of the curve if you can. Because if you will, what this is going to help with the stimulus package is that the government is trying to keep businesses where they were before all this happened. It's not going to help businesses get ahead by any means. It's going to help businesses stay where they're at and keep the economy somewhat afloat. And you need to just stay positive as a business owner, because if you don't, you will end up being your worst enemy and things will come crashing down even worse than what they are right now. And I do really appreciate and have so much respect for any small business owner out there. Guys, go out there, try to make anything happen if you can to the best of your ability. That's all we can all do. None of us really know what's going on. All we're trying to do is stay alive, and at the end of this, we will all come out not only better, but hopefully stronger, smarter, more innovative, etc. So continue to just keep pushing forward. I really hope, and I'm praying for all you business owners out there, for all you who are affected from this virus as far as your health. I'm praying for you all. Stay safe and continue to wash your hands. Continue to follow all the guidelines that the government is recommending. And again, feel free to go check out all these other videos up here. Stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next video.